and welcome back yet to another Divas Talk as Sisters podcast. Thank you again for joining in. You know how I like to do it by introducing myself. If you have not already seen my previous episodes, I have done Spotify and Anchor episodes verbally. Go and check it out, episodes 1 through 12 if you're not a visual person. But here today, I'm introducing myself again if you guys don't know. My name is Katrina. I am here to speak as Divas Speak. This week is episode 9 that we're going to be doing, and that is called Dig Dug Divas. Let me recap like I normally do. You know how I do it. Previous episodes, episode 1 was, girl, do you need a check? Do you need a self-check? Okay, sometimes we have to check ourselves at the door before we bring ourselves to anybody else. You cannot present yourself as a good person if in your baggage is still bad and you showing up as that person. Okay, so think about it. Episode 2, stuff your mama never told you. You know, our parents might have not told us a lot of stuff that we know now in our life, and it can be a great thing. I love my mother to death, like I say in every episode as I do a recap. But some things I wish she did tell me, but I'm glad she didn't, because I had to learn that experience by myself, which was a good and a bad, because how do we learn? We have to learn from experiences, right? So that was a great experience for me. So stuff your mom never told you. Episode 3 was Super Soul Conversations. I decided to do this look because of the soul, the spirit that I feel. I'm overly excited. I love doing these podcasts and introductions. And if you look at every episode is something different. Different hairstyle, different outfit. It just varies. We're speaking about different things, so why not be different? But this motivated me. I love this show called Harlem that comes on Prime. It is with Megan Good in it, and she has one of her besties that has this style. I love her character because she's really outspoken. She speaks her mind, believe that, and she's straight up on how she feels about her sexuality. I love it. So I seen this wig. Me and one of my friends were at a thrift store past weekend, and I happened to go through the bins. The bins are just like you grab whatever you want, and every particular day is a certain price. Hold on one second. Okay guys, I'm so sorry. I thought that was somebody at the door and I didn't want the bell to ring, but that was the actual Amazon guy. I'll go and get the package later. But her character, I love it. Back again for that. And I seen this wig at the thrift store and it was only $5, and I said, oh my God, this is so Harlem style with the character that I love. So I got it and I chose to put it on this week. And then I had my little bead that I was thrown through Mardi Gras time from the Zulu parade, and this is the only one that I've seen, but the guy threw it to me and I was so super excited. I said, oh, it goes cliche with my outfit, you know, that I'm going to be presenting myself with. But again, I just loved it and I just wanted to do that theme. Super Soul Conversations back. It's where you tap into your spirit and your soul. By now, everybody should have tapped into their spirits and their soul with the universe. If you haven't, go on and try it. I mean, it's a good thing to tap into that. And also, you're in control of your soul, but your spirit belongs to God. So go ahead and tap into it. Learn it so that you can speak through things that you want to happen in the universe. Episode 4 was Second Chances. God give us chance after chance. Why not give a second chance? As long as it's not the same mistake, correct? So, second chances. Episode 5 was a thing or two about a diva. You know, us divas, we like to have our own style. It doesn't necessarily mean we're bougie or we stuck up or anything like that. It's more or less just being you as an individual. The way you dress, the way you speak, your class, the way you carry yourself. Whatever category you want to put it in, you are the definition of diva because you're that diva. Whether you're a male or female, diva is a diva, okay? Episode 6, Girl, Will We Sleep or Was Our Head on a Desk During History Class? A lot of times we sleep on our history. There's things right there. We see patterns. We see things that we start seeing in our life as well. And like, damn, where did this come from? Then, oh, I remember my daddy did that. Oh, I remember my mama did it. My grandmother used to talk like that. So things that's in your history, you need to definitely search it, because now you have another generation. You have your kids' kids, which is your great grandkids, that you have to have that story. They want to know what's going on and where they come from and how did this stimulate in my life, or patterns or genetics or whatever it may be. Tap into your history. Episode 7, Call Your Girlfriend. And on last week, guys, I forgot to put this episode in it as the recap, so spank me for that. But anyway, call your girlfriend, because I don't roll like that. A lot of times people are put in situations to whereas they're vulnerable, and they get into these relationships with people, whether they're married or have a girlfriend or live in whatever, and you put yourself in a situation to where you're that other person. You have to realize that that's only a moment. That's only gonna last for so long. It may be good while it lasts, but who wants that? Because if that person is doing that to you, what makes you think, to them, the other person, what makes you think they won't do it to you? Trust me, it's bound to happen. So keep your guards up on that part, but make sure that you're realizing that everything comes with a consequence. Like I spoke about last week, it comes with a consequence. Episode 8 was Nice to Finally Meet You, Diva. I spoke on that about being heartbroken, and basically your heart is bondaged to whereas when that real person come, that person that is for you, is ready for you, you got your guards up. You ain't ready to let down, because this person may be the same like this person, or they remind you of something that person did, similarities and everything like that. But you cannot condemn every person for somebody else's mistakes or somebody else's actions or somebody else's decision, because everybody is different. Everybody, you know how they say it, like I said before, everybody may have somebody that look like them, but internally, I guarantee you, they are not the same people. So let's not do that. All right. Again, thank you for being here and joining in with episode 9. And today is going to be titled Dig Dug Diva. Sometimes we put ourselves in situations to whereas we digging ourselves deeper and deeper into the hole. We're planting that seed that is only going to grow into the same seed if it's the same seed you're planting. You want to change it up a little bit. You want to take yourself out of the rim. Put yourself in a situation to whereas you with this person and you know that this person acts the same way as that person, okay? And it's been going on for years. You're with this person and this person is very disrespectful to you and calling you out your name and doing things that you know you don't deserve to be called. You with this person and he's tight. He don't want to give you nothing, don't want to do nothing, don't want to spend money, and vice versa. She don't either, because a man don't always have to spend. A woman can spend and do things too for her man, which I condone, because doing things for your man don't have to be if you're going to dinner all the time and you treating. It could be buying clothes, buying him shoes, buying him cologne, shower gel, cooking for him every day, keeping his house clean, and vice versa. So it goes hand in hand in what you can do for your mate or your significant other or your partner or whatever you may consider it to be. Now, as I was doing some of my research, you know me, I always like to do research about my topics. I like to go into deep. And me personally, like I said, I did this verbally on Spotify and Anchor, so I've already done this. I'm just kind of reenacting it out from my verbal to my actual visual, so we can have a visual of what's taking place and what's going on. So I have to look at my tablet because it was numerous of definitions that I had, and I just want to make sure that I touch up on the definitions that I had. Now, A deep woman, she asks a lot of questions. When you're deeply in love with someone or you see it going there, you're going to ask questions. And there's nothing wrong with questions, like, why did you break up with your last girlfriend? Or why aren't you with her? Or why are you living here? Or why you have this job? You have a lot of questions and stuff, and that's normal. And vice versa, the man may do the same thing. It's okay to do that or be that type of person. A deep woman is honest. If you're deeply in love with someone, you shouldn't have to lie or cover up a story about your now or your past, because your future lies with this new person that you're with. What's wrong with being honest? I am an overly honest person, and I'm working on humbling my tongue, because my mama told me, you know what? You talk too much, you tell too much, and you ain't supposed to be doing all of that. Because I find that if you talk your past to your present, they condemn you, they bring it up, well, you're just like that, or no, just because things seem that way don't mean that I'm still that way. You know what I'm saying? If it makes sense, that's condemning and penalizing someone. So a word of advice, you tell them your past on what you want them to know, not every detail, because you will get a trial, a jury with one person, okay, being the judge and the jury. Okay, so don't do it. A deep woman knows what she wants. She wants sincerity. She wants that companionship. She wants genuine love. She don't want to be playing around with Tom, Dick, and Harry every which way, unless she choose to do that, and that's how she perceives or want her love. That's, everybody's different if they want to do that. Everybody it's not built to be in relationships. Everybody not made out to be with just one person, and that's okay. But the way God designed it is some type of companion, whether it's whatever you choose to do, it's some type of companion that you're supposed to be involved with. A deep woman she wants that relationship, and she's not afraid of intimacy. Love your body. Let me tell you, my intimate part with my previous situations is I was not able to walk around the house butt naked. I just felt like, ew, my body is ugly. I'm not satisfied with what I look like or whatever. I felt like waking up in the morning with breath. I'm like, oh my God, I can't, or getting cold morning meadow out your eyes before you even turn over to your mate, if you're living with a person, or if you're in a situation where you do sleepovers and stuff. So with the partner that I'm with now, I'm so comfortable. I can walk around the house naked all day because he makes me feel that way. He assures me, like, baby, you look good to me. You find, and maybe that's what I was lacking in my past, and I didn't, do it besides jumping up and going in the bathroom and get cleaned up. But he makes me feel so comfortable in my skin that I can love on my body and who I mean, stretch marks and all. I feel comfortable with letting him see my scars and my stretch marks. I don't have anything about, it is what it is. When you love someone, you're supposed to love them unconditional. And that's the love that I get from him. So I can do that. Me as that woman, that deep woman, I'm just that comfortable. I could sit around all day, and his little jokes is, babe, you walking around here butt booty ass naked. And I'm like, well, it's just you and I in the house. There's nobody else. Our kids are grown and gone. So it's just us. Why not? So I find it very humorous. And a deep woman, she sees through you. Me, I'm that type of person that I have eye contact. I read through that person's behind their eyes, behind their souls, behind their spirit. That's how I am. So if I catch you in a lie, and I'm sitting there looking you in your face, and you can't look me in the eye so I can read the truth, and you doing all of this or holding your head down, then there's a problem. There's a deep problem. So you don't want that portion. You definitely want that portion of Katrina. A deep woman craves consistency. She wants a person to be consistent in her life. Not, you're with me this week and then you're gone that week. Or you're with me this day and then you're gone that day. And I don't mean literally at the house with you. I mean MIA. Or I mean, if you're on the phone with a person for hours one day and the next day you don't hear from him, he call himself making up time by talking to you for 4 and 5 hours the day before because he know he gonna be MIA the next day, then that's a problem. A deep woman is intense. She's intense, and her guards is up, and she mean, look, I am here. I'm in it to win it. If you're not ready for that intensity, boy, bye. Bye. Girl, bye. Bye. Whatever the situation may be. Peace. Deuces. A deep woman knows how to deeply love. I can honestly say it takes men longer to fall deeply in love with a woman. Now, you can love them, you can be in love with them, but to deeply be in love with them is a different story. Women, we tend to be, let me word it right. We're acting as wifey, but on a girlfriend payroll, if I make sense. And I don't mean you're literally getting paid to be a girlfriend. I mean you're doing wifely duties, you know. And I feel like that sometimes a lot. But you're doing wifely duties. You're doing things that a wife should do instead of a girlfriend. But how do you know the difference? Because you grew up in a house, and you may not have, but when you grew up in a house with two parents, and you see that that's what they do to show their love and their genuineness to that person, how do you not act like that even if you're with somebody that you're living with that's not your husband? So it's a mimic. It's in you. It's deeply rooted. That's nothing that you can do about it. But hope that that man one day choose you as his wife and don't take all your wifely actions on a girlfriend payroll and go take it to Susie and Jan, Elizabeth, Melissa, if you know what I mean. A deep woman, she will wait for you. If you truly show that woman that you're down for her, like a lot of incidents, like I watch the show Love After Lockup. You know, these women go on there and they're dating these guys that's in prison. And when they get out of prison, they come to them, but you know, they have a story. So when they come to you, they're not gonna be all clean and peachy and all that stuff like that. They're gonna have issues. Don't think because they was in jail and you had their back all that time, you ain't gonna have no issues with them. You ain't gonna have no problems with them. Because baby, just like we have problems with people who not in jail, you gonna have problems with them just as well, if not more. But these shows, these women are going above and beyond for these men to let them know that there is a second chance. There is hope for you. And it may be their third or fourth chance. Who knows? But it is a chance. And they loving on them real hard, but they tolerating too much. They letting them do too much in their life and taking away out of their space, their individuality, you know, as a whole person. It makes them seem like they're basically living for you and they don't have nothing to live for themselves. And they're the providers. They're the ones that's out there getting your back and taking care of you and making sure you have that second chance to come out here and do right. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot to deal with. Deep questions that I always ask, and you know, I had to write my questions down because like I told y'all, I love putting questions out there to see how other people think or what they feel. So some deep questions that I came up with is, do you have any best friends, male or female? I'm sure we all do, okay? That's question one. Two, do you have a best friend that some things you want to do with them and you put it on a bucket list, okay? Make sure you categorize it to whereas you do this with your best friend, you do this with your mate, if you have a mate. A lot of times we have what's called girl trips, like for my friends that we plan them, sometimes they don't stick to them or whatever, and if you hear me, yeah, you don't stick to them, so we need to try to start doing more. And then there's some friends that do girls trip every year, birthday gatherings and everything. That's more what I'm looking for, you know. That's why I started this organization called Sista Soldier Divas of Elegance. It's a non-profit organization. I started it back in 2013. Am I giving up to reaching out to these women? No. I have 78 members in my group, and at one point, at some time, they're gonna realize that, hey, I'm in it for the longevity. You know, I'm here to be a team, like a girls group. Let's do this. Instead of hating on each other, let's work together. Some of them participate, some of them do things, some of them interact and everything, but it doesn't mean that I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna continue to reach out. I'm gonna continue to make this, and who's to say one of these years it'll wake up. It's been there since 2013 and I have not stopped. It's 2023, so guess what? That's what, 10 years? So it is what it is. Do you have people that believe in different things that you don't believe in? I know some different religions. People have religions that they believe in, and you may be a different type of religion. Some people may believe in aliens. I'm one of them, and they don't. Some people may believe in spirits and stuff. I'm one of them. Some people may believe into speaking into the universe and the universe speaking back and giving you what you spoke into that universe. I'm one of them. So everybody is different. So I just kind of wanted to put that out there. And do you have some things that you don't like about your friends, just as well as you don't like about your mate, that you just kind of, you see it, you don't say anything about it, but you just let it go on. But at some point, you got to let that friend know, look, I love you. We've been friends for 5, 10, 20, 30 years, however many years. But you got to stop that. That's not right. That don't look good on you, Stop being a follower, or, don't let him do you like that. Why he keep, and sometimes we build this relationship because we hear these stories about the opposites and we like, why do you keep dealing with him? Or why do you keep, and vice versa. Friends may say and do the same thing with me. So the definition that I came up with as far as deep woman relationship, she wants that joy. She wants that conversation. She wants that communication. She wants that life. She wants that hearing of your stories and you hearing her stories so that you guys can do that new journey together. She feels emotions. She wants you to feel her emotions. You feel hers. The pain. She wants you to feel it too. What you give off and what you do is not supposed to be to whereas you're doing it, but you don't know how it feels to get it done to you. So a deep woman, a dig-dug diva, digs deep, okay? And I can say that she values life. She values her life, and self-loves come with that. So at some point you have to realize that value your life. Make yourself the priority, the number one priority. Love on yourself with the self-love, self-care, everything that I speak about already in previous episodes and stuff. Don't you stop. You continue to have your individual self. Love you first before you can love somebody else. You can't give somebody wholeheartedly love if you don't love yourself. And that's something that I had to learn later in life as an adult, because I wasn't loving myself enough. I was so busy loving everybody else instead of myself. I am finally at a point in my life that I love myself first before I could love my partner. And I love this man unconditional because I can feel the unconditional love that he gives to me, if not more than he gives. So again, I don't like to say bye, but I like to say see you next time for the next episode, which is going to be episode 10. We're almost there, guys. We have, after 10, we have 11 and then 12, and we will be finished with the verbal podcast, and we can move on to season 2. But the season 2 is going to start, of course, in Spotify and Anchor, and then it will work its way back to the visual. So again, thank you for joining. If you haven't, go out and subscribe to my page, K Love Bug for Life, at K Love Bug for Life 1021. Like, subscribe, share. I really appreciate you guys for joining, and I hope you continue to join every week. As I can say, thank you for joining in to Divas Talk as Sisters podcast. You have a wonderful, wonderful afternoon, morning, or evening, whatever time of the day it is that you're watching. See you later.